All right, check one, two, check one, two. We're live. And what's today? Monday. Monday, Sunday, Monday, Monday, Sunday. All right, looks like we're extremely busy. Are we not? It's chess. What is in chess? Oh, number three. Ooh, elite league. Okay. Nice.
Master is a person who teaches a discipline. shows the right direction to get wet, 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 wet. But the truth is that there is no real master. We are all masters.
Yo, what's up, player, man? Vicky, what's good, man? What's good? Happy Monday, yo. 135. Yo, my bad, man. I was really preoccupied with the game here, bro. Trying to fold this biscuit, eh? Hang on a second, man. Trying to fold him. Trying to fold him. How's it going, man? What's new with you, man? What's happening? What's happening? What's up? What's up? Good. I don't know what to do here, to be honest. Hmm. What? What? Fuck. Yo, what's up, man? Fuck this guy. What's good, Klomber? Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on? What is happening, man? What is happening? What's good, man? Streaming every Tuesday and Wednesday. Cool, man. Cool. What time? What time, my man? Finally, that's cool, man. That's very cool, man. Very cool. Very, very, very. What else is new? Oh shit! Nice, man. Nice. That's cool, man. Well, I'm thinking, what should I do right now? Uh, Anyways, yeah, man. What's new, man? How are you? Happy Monday, by the way. Gotta go. Okay, man. Thanks for dropping by, man. I'll be sure to check you out tomorrow on Wednesday. Thanks for letting me know, man. Sounds good, my brother. Have a good day. And have a pleasant day. Snail stream. That's cool, man. Sounds fancy. Sounds fancy, my man. I'm trying to get this thing to work. Okay. I don't know, bro, but that's a really good question, man, Tara. No, man, I don't think you could. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know, man. But that's funny, bro. That's funny as hell. What's up, man? What are you up to, man? What's new? Thanks for dropping by, man. What is happening today? I'm trying to get this thing to work. Good, man. Good. A little bent over, like my back's been hurting for a week, man. I think one of my muscles or something feel funny, or one of my neck joints. But other than that, man, I'm good, man. I'm well and healthy and wealthy and never better, man. Stereo in, outfit buses, stereo out. Seconds, roll. Huh. Interesting, interesting. If I exit, on. Now I can hear it there. Actually, no, it. Well, I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to, but you guys can't hear anything. Trying to set it up so that you guys can hear. But yeah, I'm producing a bit, taking submissions. You guys have any submissions? Let's share this. Increase strange. Strange. Okay, what if I try to do it like this? Okay, that works. Now I'll try to run bitlib. Maybe set it up. Come on. Come on. Man, you oh shit. That was annoying. All right. Yeah. Yo, what's good, man? How's it going? What's new, fellas? You know, I'm good, man. Thanks for asking. I'm still a bit My nose is a bit stuffed up still, but like I'm doing better, man. I'm doing better. I shouldn't be complaining. Just maybe Monday, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. Uh, 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 yes. Okay, here we go. It's working. Working. Okay, now. Try this. Yeah, man. Queue is open. Send it over, man. Send it over. Send it over, man. Ah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Right. So, let's set it to issue and deliver. Right? Yeah. Yeah. What's up? That work? Yay, it works. Good, man. Yo, what's up, Four Cardinals, man? What's good, man? Thanks for the dude. I'm your not like I'm a big fan of yours actually. To be honest, my wife and I we've been like talking about you constantly since Satya left. Like, and there's no one to talk about anymore. We're talking about you, bro. We're talking about how great you are and how unique your music is. Thanks for subscription, yo.
Let me say, massive, live good, and love one another, like sister and brother. Warring and fighting for done. It's time to have fun. Let me say, rock to the drum and you rock to the bass and you rock to the rhythm and drum. Whether you be white or whether you be black, everybody just have some fun. This is the time for we all unite, 'cause the fighting not been done. Wanna feel rock to the rhythm where you think of fling. That's how we tell them. Rock to the left for the better, rock to the right. With your hand in the air, 'cause everybody alright. Whether you white or whether you black or whether you slim or whether you fat, everybody in the place and better get up on the rock. So we tell them rock to the rhythm and rock to the rhythm and rock to the rhythm and so rock to the rhythm and rock to the rhythm.
All right. Cue music. Which one, brother? Which one? Yo, yo, what's up, man? Thanks for the follow. No, I haven't seen it yet, man. Send it over to Discord, brother. Yo, 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 little Shino, man. What's good, man? Yo, that was a pretty sick track, man. Pretty sick, I gotta say. Really chill too. I like how how you used the textures, how you blend them together and spread them apart. It was a fun track, man. It was a fun little track. Um, you know, in the best, oh, excuse me, the best styles of the sort of old school, I suppose. Not overcrowded, it's just sits where it needs to be. Yeah, so you filling up the box nicely there. Oh, yeah, man. That's what it's all about, to have fun, man. I have fun, try to have fun all the time, brother. You know. Yeah, it's nice track, man. It's nice. I like it. I like it. Definitely like it, man. So sounds like it reminds me of your other tracks too, man. It sounds similar in a good way, in a good way. Yeah, yeah, it's a good one. I like it. Oh, there's Toll for Cardinal, man. There it is. Hey, Toll for Cardinal, man. I got your track right here. By the way, I've been playing your game that you sent me, man. That a Sonic game, and let me just go back one sec. You also sent me. There it is. The level, right? We've talked about. Oh yeah, yeah. We've talked about that. I could potentially make you a track for this level, right? I'm actually up for a challenge, man. I'm up for a challenge. But does it have to sound like, does it have to sound like Sega, or does it needs to have that, like, 8-bit grid kind of thing, right? Yeah, no problem, yo. Loshino, no problem, man. Always happy to hear your tracks, brother. Rock on, man. It's rock on. Bomb, bomb. So yeah, man. I would love to make a track with this level. Love to make a track with this level. All right. Who do we have next? Up next. Yeah? You like those meaties, eh? Huh, okay. But I want to make it, man. I want to, this is DSP. I want to make it myself, brother. YouTube. Oh, I get it. You're like it needs to be a meaty, eh? That's the whole thing. You're making it a meaty, eh? Is that it? I see. You know what? How about this? I'll give you an example. Can it like I have a track right here. I can make it sound something like this. Check it out. So just so you know what I'm talking about. So I did this track under my other name. Well, it's Anatoly, but I did this track. Check it out. What do you think of this track? So, something like this. I mean, yeah, I know it doesn't sound like 16 beat, but it kind of like sounds like, old school style kind of music, no? So, anyways, all right, let's hear this track right here. It should be perfect. Just gotta make it. Yeah, you like it? Huh. But how are you gonna make it sound 16 beats? How are you gonna do that? Unless let me just quickly try to open the project here. I'll try to remember which one that is, see if I can open it, and maybe I can send you a MIDI. Let me take a look quickly. Yeah, Sonic Mania, eh? But the thing is, like, yeah, I had fun with this. Like, I literally made it overnight. I mean, like, one evening kind of thing. Here, let me see if I can, oh yeah, contacts. Yeah, you're the MIDI guy, eh? All I hear is MIDI. Yeah, man. Yeah, ignore all missing files. Hang on a sec. Let's try and open something here. If is this right? Mhm. Oh, shit. My bad. Reaper Project. So that one was called Anatoly Synthwave, actually. Synthwave. Let's try. Let me try to open it, and I can play from Reaper. Actually, it's a Reaper project. If you have Reaper, I can send it to you in Reaper. Reaper is well. It's. I mean, you can use it indefinitely. Yeah, there it is. Something's off. Like it's a bit off beat for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why, but yeah, you get the idea. Here, let me maybe what if I console export project MIDI? There we go. Yo, I'll consolidate the MIDI's entire project, select tracks only, all merge to single MIDI, no, multi-track MIDI. Okay, good, good, good. Export project MIDI, there we go. Synth 41, is that it? No. The hell? I have to select them or something? Wait a minute. Export, export project MIDI. Yeah, okay, project. Save, render project settings. Ah, I don't know, man. I'm trash. Anyways, cue music. Good track. Now listen, yeah, I want to show you something. So when I played your track, you got a prominent fundamental around 50. You should like lower it down by half a dB or so. I assume it's your kick, right? So what happens is when your kick hits at 60, your bass is also like very close by. It's like nearby, like around 80. And it doesn't like hit us hard. Like ideally they want to be like on the same level, right? So what happens is it could be because they're too close together, or it's just one of those things where you gotta like decide if you have a kick that dominates, if you have a kick that punchy but also has a like a long decay and tail, then your bass should be something else, or if your bass is the boss, then your kick's gonna be like really really short and snappy, and have a like really prominent transient, but it's not gonna be necessarily boomy or have a long decay. You know what I mean? So you gotta decide. You can't have both. Um, so I need you to pay attention where the fundamentals are, especially to relation to one another. You feel me? He was a smart ass. So yeah, man. Um, I'll give you a trick, man. So a neat trick, for instance, would be if you got like so if you got let's say your kick punches at 50 hertz, let's say, right? That'll be around here, right? Around here. And your bass, right? For instance, it's gonna be, let's say, 100, right? That's already much much better if for example your bass and kick hits both like at 50 hertz, you see, because like they're both going to compile on top of each other, one another, and they're going to give you a phase constellation. So just like try to place them so that they're like as far away as possible from each other, you know what I mean, like on frequency spectrum. All right, so you got your fundamental, let's say, okay, like a kick is a 50 hertz, right? But then you got your bass, which is, let's say a fundamental at 50, and then there's a first, our second harmonic is at around 100, right? Make it so that the 50 hertz, the fundamental, cut a little bit of a fundamental, but then boost the second harmonic, and it's going to be a lot better in the mix this way. I want to show you something, fellas. I want to show you something. I want to show you how we do it in Psytrance so you can see the level of ridiculousness we get it to. Check this out. Mm. Let's try this one. So do you see this, fellas? Here, let me show you one more time. This is a kick and a bass playing at the same time. My bad. So yeah, this is the it's called, phase alignment, and this is the kick, all right, and this is the bass. So in theory, in theory, like they teach you like, side chain and all, like, move your kick away from the bass and side chain and blah blah blah. That's like a, pussy way of doing it. This is the real way. This is how the big boys like me do it, how we like to do it. Okay, the side trance masters. We actually align our bass, the first note of the bass, to the tail of the kick so that it aligns perfectly. You see how it is? The peaks and troughs match, you see? And when you do that, you don't lose any, like it's in the phase. Okay, so you don't lose any volume, and it actually adds to the to the production quality. So if you fellas gonna start doing this, that's gonna be really impressive. But it's difficult to do, I gotta tell you. It's really difficult to do. So, anyways, this is just an example of how ridiculous the mixing gets and how precise it can be. You see? All right. Alice, what's good, man? What's good, man? Welcome to the chat, yo. I'm eating some dates here, man. It's really good. But yeah, man, I apologize if I eat with my mouth full. Clearly, I don't give a damn. But so seek perfection, fellas. Seek perfection. Ooh, okay. Next track. It's fine, man. Doesn't matter. Wave, yeah, wave is good. Wave's all right. Yo, what's good, man? Looks a bit clipped here, judging from the wave, but let's hear it. Cue music. Yeah, it is clipped. Let's see. Ooh. Why is it clipped, man? What's going on? Or is it me? Hang on a second. No, it's not me. Oh shit, I'm sorry, my bad. It's me. I clipped it. Sorry. Whoa, what was that? Hey dude, another great track. But I thought like you should back off a little bit on the clipper, eh? At the end of the mastering, I know you're trying to push everything, but back off, man. A little bit of live just a little bit of headroom, please. Like 1 or 2 dB, because it's just like it's hitting the ceiling, man, and like I could tell it's clipped. So please just lower the volume, please, a little bit. Or don't use anything on the master. Like don't clip it so hard, all right, brother? Other than that, it's fine. It's fine. Sounds great. Here's a track I'm be working on, by the way. Oh wait, is that it? Oh wait, that's not it. That's not the one. There it is. This one. Um, which meeting? Oh, you mean that track? The track I played earlier for you? All right, let me search it for you. Ripper um no with oh, this one was really cool. Here. I'll play this one while I'm searching for the other one. But this track, I should have finished, man. Here. I can, synthwave. There we go. Synthwave. Synthwave. Nah, it's just all wave files for some reason. Shit, I'm muted again. My bad. Um, yeah, man, dude, yeah. Put me in the credits. I want you to copy my name like this to the credits, bro. Like this. Anatoly Mall. All right, and two boys. And two boys. Because they're playing, they're testing the game as well. Andre and Leon. Cool.
I told you that many times before. You said to music again. You said to music game. We've been getting closer, baby. We've been getting closer, baby. We've been getting closer. We've been getting closer. We've been getting close,
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, so what I was saying is that This is this is this is I don't know. I'm kind of speechless. I'm kind of speechless. Amber D herself showed up. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. I'm wow. Wow, wow. So anyways, yeah, we're just listening to some tracks here. You know what? Wow, wow. It's an honor. It's an honor to see you and have you here. I hope everything is good, man. You've been through a lot since since for as long as I known you for last for last 2 years I've been started going on demo drops. I've met Amber D through her stream. She does streaming. She does a whole lot of things. But amongst other things she does is she's a DJ on Twitch, and she also has this amazing show called Demo Drop, and she's every Tuesday. And Alice, you should definitely follow her. All right, and I'm telling everyone to follow Amber D. And yeah, so it's been amazing to follow you for the last couple of years. And like I said, this demo drop's been has been uh, it's been with me. And it's been like sort of like I don't know how to say properly, but since I sort of quit blues, I sort of started considering my like sort of God, I don't know how to put it in words. But anyway, since I quit booze like a year and a half ago, I kind of this show's kind of been like we've been, I've been following her show, this demo drop show, and it helped me to become a better producer and to just, it's fun, man. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And so yeah, one day I thought, hey, like, wouldn't it be fun to maybe, hop on Twitch and like go live? And I remember the first time Amber, she like rated me with a bunch of people, and I didn't even like know how to connect camera or nothing. But now, yeah, Tidy. Oh my God, like do you guys know Guy MacGyver, man? They're legends, man. Amber Z and Guy, man, they're rule basically, the hard house scene of UK, man, of UK. Yeah, like Lisa Lashes, Madame Zoo, all these people, all the hard house, man. I've got like such a collection of hard house. Anyways, Amber, yeah, so we're just yeah, sometimes I'm listening to music. And by the way, Lisa Pinup, there you go. By the way, Amber, have you seen my I've been doing some kind of like what's it called? Gosh, when I'm nervous, I say word like a lot. I hate that word like. I try not to say like. But yeah, I've been using After Effects lately, and I have some amazing what's it called? Visuals. For instance, when we start our stream, I show stuff like this. For example, After Effects. Yeah. Oh my God, I've been using it, and I'll be honest. Of course, I didn't make it from scratch. I got a bunch of templates, but you can change them. You can make change colors, put in your own logos. And this is just an example of the things that I was able to do. So I kind of the logo of the tiger, I was able to get it moving like that, not through After Effects, but through the use of AI. It helped me. And then you just you go from there. And I've got a bunch of visuals and this visual. And it looks like UFC's about to start. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm actually really impressed with AI. The only thing I don't like about it, in my case, is that it's so heavy. half of the time it stops working or it just crashes. So I got to be really, really careful. Each step that I do is totally retraceable. And, of course, always go back to that last thing if it, crashes. Uh, oh my God. Oh my God, dude, hold on a second. Guys, how do I make user? Okay, Amber, thanks so much for showing up. Like I said, you have let me tell you, my you made my day. I just feel amazing right now. I just feel recharged and amazing. So it's crazy. Thanks a lot for showing up. So how much RAM do we have? I'll be staying. I'm just lurking. Do you think? Oh, okay, okay, cool, cool. Oh, not a lot. Only got like 12 gigs of RAM, and 10 of it is actual. But I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff to show you, fellas. For instance, I'm using pretty much anything. Like for instance, I use Bitwig, I have Reaper, I use Cubase, I have Wavelab, I have Blender. Like I said, I started using After Effects. And by the way, yesterday I started using DaVinci, and DaVinci is crazy. I love it so much. It's great. It's great. I only started learning how to blend the images together and things like that. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Man, maybe I should um play a track for you guys. Play a track, something I'm working on. Love the Michi. Yeah, yo, I just got it yesterday. Oh my God. And it's so easy to use too. And I love the huge array of those like blending. When you blend one video with the other video, you get to choose how long the instance going to be and what it's going to be, whether it's gonna blend or do the waves or do the wobbly thing. It's crazy. I love it. And there's just so much choice and it looks really professional. And I bet, those Hollywood movies, I bet that's what they use. I bet that's what they use. Let's go ahead and maybe load up that track. I think this track I played on demo drop before. Pretty sure it did. An AI to help it. Whoa. Really? FL's got AI? That's insane. That's insane. I didn't know that. I should install FL again. I had it, but for some reason I lost it, so I don't know. I should. Try to. Oh, yo, who's following me now? Nin. Yeah, I just hit a follower goals, fellas. 260 fellas. Yay! Wow. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this. Twitch is strange like this. Last Monday, I went on. I maybe had like one or two people watching me at the most, and I had maybe like two followers. That's it. And I thought, oh, maybe Monday isn't my thing. And today, the same thing. I went live like maybe, I don't know, yeah, like an hour and a half ago. But for the first maybe 30 minutes or so, nothing happened. And I thought, oh, well, it's going to be just like last Monday. And then all these people started showing up, and then follow after follow, and then Amber Z showed up, and let me tell you, man, this I'm probably going to be always on Monday from now on because it's just formed a really positive what's it called, positive reinforcement in my brain. So I'm really dialed in for Mondays from now on. Yeah, Mondays are great. It's because I guess a lot of people are just, oh, Monday, I gotta go to work or whatever the deal is, right? You maybe it's just people have a negative connotation or expect almost something like doing this self-sabotage thing where they maybe think something's bad about to happen, but no, it's only thinking that makes it so. And look, I was able to have such a great day. Look, sun is out, there's no more snow in Canada. I hope it's gonna be warm from now on. So yeah, yeah, this is cool. Yes, of course, matey. Send it over and can you? It's may you and please, yes, sir. Please send it over. Yeah, yeah, I'd love to. Hey, by the way, Amber, I don't know if you can still hear me. There's this fella, his name is Satya, and he's kind of been a follower of mine since day two or three or so, and he's been always there on every stream. And now he's nowhere to be found. He's a pilot, by the way. The last thing that he sent me was this, just to show how cool he is. And I hope he's okay. Like, already wrote him a message saying, "Hey man, I hope you're doing good. Blah blah blah. Come to my stream." And this is what he sent me. Check this out. Okay. Just another day at the job. Another day at the job. And yeah, so I hope this guy is okay. And I'm sure he is. He's just busy. But yeah, man, Satya, we miss you, man. The flight B7, come back to our stream, man. We're waiting for you, and hopefully, we can pick up where we left off. Dude, I need to hear more. Honestly, I've been kind of sidetracked. Let me hear that again so we can so we can progress. All right. So let's see. What was that track that you sent me? Come on, brain. Okay, my brain is not thinking anymore. Brain. Come on, brain. What am I doing? Oh yeah, there we go. Yo, thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow, guy. You guys are legends. All right, let's go. Let's master some tracks, man. Let's go for some mastering. Cue music. This is what I usually do, Amber, by the way. I take the track and I pre-master it. And if people like the only problem is that while I do so, I haven't able to find a way yet how to make it so that you guys can hear what I'm doing. It just happens so that I can hear what I'm doing, but not you, which is strange, but I can totally hear it. So whenever I'm doing like all these knobs and filters, you guys cannot hear it for some reason. But hey, it's because what I'm doing is I'm kind of like using a pair of crotches here. I'm redirecting my music to J River, and then from J River, I have a bunch of VSTs here. And then from J River, it goes back into the sound card. By the way, Amber, this is what I have. Just so that you're interested, I've glued my RME to the back of my laptop here. You see, and I have another what's it called? And I have what do you call it? A hard drive, a separate hard drive. But yeah, I have this RME that is glued, like it's literally glued to the back of my laptop. And honestly, it's like I take it with me everywhere I go, and I love it. I love it. So, anyways, let's go. External hard drive. Yeah, yeah. I had to glue that too, because my hard drive is not enough anymore. Man, oh man, I go through space so quickly. Yeah, once a pirate, always a pirate. Yeah. All right, let's do some mastering. Cue music. Cue music. Easy.
I told you that many times before. You said to music again.
Hey, just to recap of what I was saying earlier, right? What I'm seeing so far, and I just wanted to point this out right away, so because I might forget it. Because earlier, what I said is that in order to make your kick and bass also, sound clean, one of the ways you have to do is to keep distance between the harmonics, ideally a fundamental, or pay attention to the fundamentals and harmonics, and especially the relation there with one another. So what I see here so far is that you have a nicely sitting bass content around 50 hertz here, and also there's it's like a peak, and there's a valley, there's a and then there's another peak around, I don't know, 100 maybe, which is also sitting nicely there. So that tells me that you have them, your whatever those low end content elements are, whether kick and bass, whatever you decide to call them, it doesn't matter at this point. I'm just strictly speaking of physics, right? So while you have a fundamental, let's say, playing around 50 hertz, and let's say that is your kick, right? So you decide to, my kick is gonna, play that conventional role of being the kick. It's gonna kick and punch around 50 hertz. So therefore, your bass has to sit around 100 hertz ideally, or of course your bass have to have some sort of bass also, because bass is the king. So it will also have a fundamental around 50, I suppose, but you would ideally maybe cut it in such a way that it does not add to the where the kick is sitting, or as the kick um, being emitted. from the speaker, because kick is like a it doesn't really have how do I say, because unlike the bass, where bass has, a fundamental, the second, third, and fourth harmonic, the kick usually it's a pitch, it's a very high, very fast pulse, with the transient, with the body, and with the lower end. You see, so it's a bit of a different than the bass. So this way, what I'm, I guess, to summarize this. So by having enough distance between, let's say, 50 hertz and 100 hertz, there's a space, there's room to breathe. There's the, I guess, the that extra space that is there, and it's good that it's there, because it separates, the 50 and 100. So therefore, the kick and bass, they can, both coexist, in the space and time, and not conflict with one another, as much as opposed if they, would have, situated in the same space, in the same band, let's say, 50 or 60 hertz. I hope that makes sense. That's a lot of yapping. I try to be as as much as lost of words. Anyways, oh shit, I was playing the track. So yeah, let's keep playing.
I told you that many times before. You said to music again. I
All right, Alice. That's, that is your signature sound. I'm not, surprised to hear a track from you of this magnitude and this level. And let me tell you, this is probably, maybe I would put in a category of one of your, finest works. However, let me just tell you this, man. Let me tell you this. I've noticed that you're chasing the, that loudness, and you're hitting, like 3, 4 RMS, which is really loud, and you're already clipping the TP, um, not just occasionally, but all the time. So. let me just remind you that that would be my job to do that for you, because you need someone. I mean, it's okay to do that as part of the exercise, and see how much of a um to see how much of a headroom you can actually push and take it to the maximum. But that's just the exercise, you know. At the end of the day, you would back up and just like leave a lot of headroom, usually 6 dB or so, you know. Let me remind you that this if you send your track to a professional licensed mastering engineer, you know, who's going to master your track, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. I can, you know, master my own tracks for myself. I can master other people tracks, but it's the point is that when you have a great track, the greater your track is, the more potential it would have to be mastered with someone else. Is because um, you would be so intimately involved with your work, especially after 50, 60 hours, that it's critical that you just let someone else judge objectively and subjectively judge your work, and then do appropriate decisions with regards to it. Um, and you know, it's sort of it's that little maybe again, depending on how great your mix is, um that little 5 to 10% can go a long way. And mastering usually, thanks for the follow. I really, yo, subscription, oh my gosh, yo, Satya's back. Holy cow, man. Satya, welcome back, man. Welcome. You heard me, man. You heard me, man. Yo, I was what is up, man? Where you been, man? Where have you been? I missed you. You know, thanks for coming back, dude. Like I literally told my wife today, yeah, man. What is up, dude? You know, you got me worried, man. I was worried. I even asked like the Chlorine Dream, the pool boy. I'm like, yo, where's Satya? And he's like, don't worry about it. He's probably busy. Whatever. And I was like, okay, okay. But then, you know, you're not showing up for like a month, man. And I'm thinking, man, like, you know. So yeah, I was really, really worried, and you know, damn, like this is such a good Monday. You know, I'm so glad you're okay, bro. I haven't seen you for a month. I'm making you some cool logos. You know, by the way, fellas, I'm making like this whole how do I say it? Like a zoo situation here. I have a bunch of themes. Like for example, I have a blue electric wolf here. And Satya, I think you should be a pelican since you fly commercial airplanes. I think you're a pelican, or maybe you're some other sort of animal. Anyways, let me know what kind of animal you like and what's your favorite color, and I'll make you a logo, and I'll introduce it in my show, man. See, such as this, for example, Sky Talon, eh? Sky Talon. I also got a green snake. We call him Rattles. And then recently I came up with this guy. Check this out. Check this out. This is funny. So we got a mole because you know the first letter is my last name is MOL. So we came up with mole, you know, and this is the mole level number one. We got level number two and level number three, you know, and we call him I dig it. Anyways, and then we got Orca. We'll call him the Ocean Boy or Oceanic. And then pink monkey, that's Kira. Oh, and purple rat, we call him the rat crap. Actually, that's kind of funny. Kira, purple rat. See, rat crap. Pretty cool, eh? So I want to make a logo for you and introduce you in the show, bro. Uh, Bobber. Okay, cool, cool. I'll make you. That would be a what's it called? Mm, okay, I got you. I got you. I know what you mean, bro. I know what you mean. So yeah, and so Satya, this is what I've been doing lately since you've been gone. I've been playing with After Effects, and for instance, I have I've made like videos like these, for instance, so I can like feature you, like for instance, Satya, the little Satya. You know what I mean, right? This is like I put this in when I, during BRB or stream about to start, or this is, by the way, let me demonstrate. If you haven't seen the demonstration of a stream start, let me demonstrate it for you. So you fellas, Satya, this is for you, man. This is how a stream starts. Check this out. You see, we got a tiger too. He's moving his head. So anyways, that's what it kind of looks like. So Satya, I'm gonna make you a logo and also add you in, okay? And yeah, you're a mod man and and everything. So yeah, I've been doing a little bit of this. Also Amber, oh my God, fellas, this track I just like love this section right here. I can't stop listening to it. Check this Yeah, no, a studio is here. I have some pictures, fellas. I have some pictures, acoustical branch. Let's take a look. I have some pictures. Oh, this is the studio I did for my friend in Burlington. He's about an hour and a half away. I did custom bass traps for him, and then these panels and everything, and also hang the ceiling or a cloud on the ceiling. Man, let me tell you, those Genelecs, they're really, really good speakers. They're not flattering, but the weird thing about them is that they sound good no matter where you are in the room. It's because their waveguide is so unique and big that they project the sound so evenly. It's crazy. Such good speakers. Really love the speakers. I myself, yeah, that's his studio. This is my studio, fellas. This is my studio at 51 Brack, and yeah, I got a pair of Neumann, and I'm also using a Neumann sub. And yeah, what I did was this is what my studio looks like. Yeah, this is the back, and yeah, this is highly confident people. Yeah. So yeah, that's what my studio looks like. Um, I also, yeah, so this is what I did. This is what I did in the studio, why I'm using this J Reaver in the first place. Yeah, they're super flat, but in my room, or in the room rather, that I'm using they're at. Because you see the speakers are only as good as the room they're in. If you put it for instance, because there've been I guess the way they gosh, what's the word? Anyways, they test them in anechoic chambers, and those chambers they literally have they have zero sort of echo, and it's really good with the bass response, but it's really difficult to uh, those chambers are really expensive. So in other words, any other studio or other room, speaker's going to sound differently. So what I do in my case, this is very, very unique. And I can teach you guys, I can show you what I do. So I use this program called J River. Okay. What it allows me to do is in my sound settings here, as you can see, um, my RME is connected, right? You can see it here, speakers RME. But what I do in this case, I have my J River running right here, as you can see. This is my J River. It's just in mini mode right now. So this is what it looks like. Okay, this little, I guess you could call it a media player, right? Kind of looks like a Winamp too, a little bit. This is what it looks like. So I have it set up through here. And now what happens is I go into it and I have this program called Arc 3. All right. So this is the response that I'm getting in my room. This is the left speaker. All right. And this is the right speaker. So this is what I'm getting in my room. So as you can see, I guess you can call it a flat by certain standards. I mean, this is definitely flatter than any room you can think of. All right. However, you can see that there's approximately plus minus 3 dB deviation after 100 hertz, which is okay, which is fine. But there's a huge dip here after 50. There's this, it's because the room is small and there's a little bit of uh, crossover issue with the sub that I'm having. But anyways, long story short, this is the response I'm getting, and it try I use my Omni mic to do this correction, and at the end, this is what I'm getting as a result. All right, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting a much flatter response here. So as you can see, as it was before, see these green lines, and now we got orange and yellow lines. It's a much flatter response. So you see, like, for instance, in here, it's even close to net zero. It's close to unity, and this is the target, I guess, the imaginary flat line that you're chasing. And what it is, it does not really exist in real world. What it is just a simulation of what our ears are accustomed to, because our ears don't hear in a flat line. So they're, they hear, yeah, Nancy Fletcher. They hear like this, right? I'm sure you guys seen this graph before. This is how our ears perceive sound pressure and I guess, is it a sound pressure? I guess I can call it sound pressure, sure. Sound pressure, yeah, sound pressure is literally what it says. So my point is what this white line represents. You see this white line, the target, so-called target, is uh they take this measurement and they try to flatten it out. Oh shit! My bad, boss. I got an important phone call to take. Give me 1 minute, please. Mhm. All right. Whoa. All right. Back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, sorry, fellas. Sorry, guys. Why am I apologizing? Shit, why am I? Hang on a second. Why am I even, there we go. Check one, two, check one, two. We're back, man. Yo, we're back. We're back. All right, let me just check something. Need to check something out. The trader. Boss wants to know. Image odds. Okay, there's one. Ah, add expiration. Okay, published. Yeah, okay, I gotta take a picture of this. Uh-oh. Hey, okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right. All right, Tolik is back. So, should I play a game of chess? I'll play a quick game of chess. By the way, do I have? Oh no, wait, I can't play chess. I have people waiting in the lineup, waiting patiently. What am I talking about? What chess am I? Holy cow! Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's why I need a moderator here. Okay, so who's next? Who's next? So we got Bastrix, I think. Bastrix was next. Bastrix, are you in the chat, my friend? All right, following. Did I play Bastrix? All right, let's try it. Cue music. No, you didn't miss anything, man. All the bangers are just about to start right now. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, Satya, I'm downloading your track and I'm gonna play it after this track while it's downloading. My bad. Hey Amber, what's your favorite color? I think your favorite color is purple, right? Or teal? And what's your favorite animal? I'd like to make you a logo too, and maybe put it in the stream too. Like I don't know, if up to you. But yeah, it would be cool if I'll make you a logo as well. Or one of those moving things for your stream if you like. I'll look into it. All right, bass tricks. Yeah, that was clean actually. Let me see that again one more time. Hang on a second. Yes, yeah, yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't chase the loudness here. You leave plenty of headroom, which is nice, and it gives me, a whole, just this extra layer basically to work with because I can do anything. I can, raise up your bass or, do whatever I want basically. And it's very difficult to do when you're already clipping, That's why, yeah, when you send your tracks, try to leave at least 3 to 6 dB because like I said, people have a, volume knob. They can always work. DJs, they have a gain knob, right? To match, to gain match. Literally, that's what they do. They gain match. That's one of the things that DJ do so well. So if stop worrying about your music being, the loudest track. Loud is not, loud does not necessarily mean good. And another thing, like I said before, I mentioned before that decrease equals increase. So for instance, a lot of times where you feel like your base is maybe not enough, instead of increasing your base, try to decrease everything else. Okay, and your base and kick just magically is gonna they will punctuate more. Same thing with mm, the opposite. If you would like to, if for instance your bass or your kick is too much, it dominates in the mix, then everything else gets muddy. So what you could do is instead of increasing everything else, just lower your bass and kick, and everything else is gonna start magically, punching. All those transients gonna magically appear again. So that's what happens because it's a never ending loop. If you're just going to increase everything in volume, it's just going to go high and high and high in volume and everything gets loud. That's not how you do it. You decrease things to increase other things. All right. It's kind of a counterintuitive process, and it's a bit maybe like a reverse engineering because we're taught logically, you have to make things louder, in order to make things louder. But no, that's not how you do it. In order, again, let me repeat it again. In order to make something loud, it's not that thing you have to increase. You have to decrease something else because there's um there's a conflict going on, and the best way to solve a conflict is just to get rid of that element or to decrease something volume. Anyway, I'm blabbering or yapping. So what Satya, man, Satya, let's go. Cue music. Okay, this is gonna be uh my first time playing Satya track in about maybe a month or over a month. So my ears it's gonna take a couple of seconds for them to get accustomed to this sound. So like cue music, but Satya is really amazing. Yo, thanks a lot for the sub, man. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. This honestly has been the best Monday of this whole time. I've even started streaming. So wow. Thanks a lot, fellas. And if there's anything I can do, you tell me. I can give you advice on mixing, mastering, acoustics, psychoacoustics, and psychology. The way we perceive things and why we perceive them certain way. And also anything you want to know about, alcohol and how to quit, I can also help you help you with that too. But anyways, anything musically related, go ahead, ask me, man. I'll be happy to answer. Also, because you sub, man, I'll give you I will give you free masters until the end of time. All right, how's that? I'll master for you until you know until the end of time, and then even after I might serve you afterwards. Maybe I'm not 100% sure, but I'll definitely find out if I can. All right, so let's continue listening to this. All right, so this um so yeah, Satya, man, this is nice. Sorry, is this what you've been doing while you've been away? Because if you have, I'm not gonna be upset that you've been away anymore. No, I'm just kidding, man. Listen, this is a fine track. I like how you incorporated managed to incorporate the hard elements with somewhat not so hard, and how they blend together. um Let me just hear that one more time quickly. A little bit. I gotta tell you this though. I love you and everything, but I gotta give you a little bit of criticism. I think the high end is a little bit over dominating. You could maybe decrease it a little bit, and I tell you why. It's because comparing to the low end is just way. There's some sort of disproportion going on. So what I would do, just because I want that low end to come through more, I want you to maybe decrease the high end by maybe a dB or two. Okay, not by much, but you can actually see it. Like, look, take. Yeah. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. in terms of music. However, generally what you try to achieve is some sort of equilibrium with the low end and the high end, so they would generally be on the same level, generally speaking, right? So, for example, if your kick maybe hits around here, you would also want your, high end also hit maybe around there. So, okay. So other than that, it's just really nice and proud and loud, and it hits hard, bro. It hits hard. I have a high mid issue. Yeah, listen, I wouldn't call it an issue really. It's just what it is you gotta, like I said, what I've been preaching. Oh wait, maybe you haven't heard it yet. So decrease equals increase. Okay, so by decreasing things, you increase other things and let them kind of like, take priority in the mix. All right. So what I want you to do, man, what I want you to do is start doing exactly that. Like next time you think like, okay, this element is not loud enough, think of the ways you can decrease other things in order to make this element louder. And it's difficult to do, bro. I know, because like it's easy. Oh, like, this element, oh, I'm just gonna increase it, right? I used to, believe me, I used to think like that too. However, the correct way is start doing your mixing, um like in terms of deduction, you know. Deduction is addition. Boom. Other than that, bro, other than that, I will take it home tonight. Yeah, I will take it home tonight. And no, well, that's the thing. Um, here's the thing, fellas. The EQ is just one part of it, right? The EQ is part of the cornerstone. You've got the arrangement is number one. So, for instance, if you're, if you have a kick hitting every fourth every bar. So is it every bar or every fourth bar? Anyways, you got a constant kick, right? And there's your bass. If your bass conflicts with the kick, if your bass plays playing at the same time as the kick, okay, and there's no other way around it, if you cannot like misplace it or make sure it plays later, then yeah, you would have to cue it. You would have to maybe do some phase alignments, because what we do is I do phase alignment, right? Like maybe if I show you quickly, if I open up an instance of Bitwig here, I will show you what. Well, yeah, sidechain is that's how sidechain is basically a child way of doing things, because what you do is you sidechain. If you wanna do it like the big boys, what you gotta do is you gotta um, uh, phase align it, and I'll show you quickly. Check this out. Anyways, fellas. Oh, yo, I am DJ Pex, man. What's good, brother? What's good? Thanks for the sub, man. Thanks for the sub. So yeah, fellas, you saw you basically you phase align it. You make sure that the peaks and valleys they align with each other, and that's like the best way. That's the ultimate way of doing things because this way you don't have to cut anything. Side chain is cutting things. Side chain is making sure that something doesn't go where it shouldn't. Something that it doesn't leak in. But phase alignment is the ultimate. And that same goes for phase aligning anything. I have like a really cool phase aligning tools and it's just in a testing process, but I really like it so far. Hey, okay, so cue music. We've got the next fella from we've got the man with the beard and cue music. Let's go. Amber, welcome back. That was very, very nice how you faked the drop. That was awesome. Yeah. Yeah, man. That was awesome. That was special. I like that. I like that. It was man, it was really interesting, the textures, it kept my interest, you had me locked into this world of drum and bass. And funny thing is, it says 175. I assume that's BPM. For some reason that didn't even feel like 175. It felt like a lot, maybe slower for some reason. And like I said, maybe partially it's because it had those great, mellow textures that kind of stretched through time. Excuse me. Yeah, I also like how you arranged it. It wasn't just, everything. How do I say this? It wasn't just like, straight 4x4 kind of thing. You faked the drop. At some point, my brain was expecting something, and you made me wait, but then you still delivered. I just love that. I love when you kind of like kind of almost like hang this carrot in front of me and say, hey, this is going to be a breakdown soon, or a drop, like you're about to get it. Come and get it. And you're like, and then you don't get it, then you're like, what's going on? And bam, there it is. And that's awesome. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So it's just the magic of arrangement. Let me tell you, arrangement is more important than most of you might think, and it's because I've mentioned this before. Music is like a movie, right? You got this little time frame that you're basically looking through, and music is flashing in front of you, and you only got maybe a second or so just to grasp this moment, and then it's gone. It's coming and it's gone, it's coming and it's gone. So it's your job to keep the brain at interest, but not to the extent where it's gonna confuse the brain, making it think that there's more going on that there needs to. You don't need to overcomplicate things. All you have to do is give the brain what it needs. And it's usually as simple as a rule of three. And it also applies in art and video production. Is just when you have a scene, you have the foreground, the midground, and the background. And that's all you really need. You can have some trees, let's say. You could have a little bit of clouds and a little bit of grass, and that's it. That already makes up that one frame that kind of flashing in front of you. So it's the same thing with music. Try to think of that next time. Just put two, three things max at a time, and switch them. And yeah. Anyways, yo, Klomber, what's good, man? Welcome back. Klomber. Cl- Klomber. His name is Chris, by the way. Chris, what's up, man? Welcome back. Satya is back, by the way. Satya. By the way, Satya, you might not know this, but we as a team, we voted that you're gonna be a moderator a long time ago, like maybe how was it, a couple of weeks ago? That was Klomber. Klomber did a poll, which earned me some points here on Twitch, so that was cool. That was really cool. And so yeah, anyways, usually we have Kira. Also, she's also a moderator. She's I was gonna say Team Fortress. It's not Team Fortress. It's that other game. Anyways, if you know that game. But anyways, she's a Fortnite. She's a Fortnite legend, and also a part-time moderator here at our show here. Anyways, um yeah, man, I know you're always lurking. I know, man. I know you're always around. Like I always I have this feeling like someone's watching you constantly, and it's probably you. So anyways, man, great track, great performance. And what was I saying earlier? What was I saying? Oh yeah, the frame, right? The frame, this little frame that that you look through. So as music, passes in front of you, right? You only have this maybe like a second or so of attention, I guess, right? Attention. And just just think of it. You cannot grasp any more or any less. Like this is all you've got. So therefore, like I said, it's unnecessary to overcomplicate things. I used to overcomplicate things all the time. I used to think that the more complex music is, the better. No, the truth is actually the opposite. The more it is to music is more about giving something to the listener. You actually have to, and you give in terms of you create anticipation, okay? You create anticipation and then they expect something and then you give it to them, and that's what makes them feel good because they get what they expect to receive. Okay, it's like, hey, I'm gonna, you're about to listen to amazing psytrance track, sit back, relax, and prepare for a ride, and that's what they're gonna get. That's what they're gonna get. And that's the basically the mind frame that um, you have to be in. Let's see. Let's see. And I would say even this, I would even say this, if you can, you could even simplify a few things. Like the simpler, the better. But like I said, anticipation is huge. Another, yo, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, man. Anyways, great track. Let's go on because we have a lot of people. Satya is up next, man. Deadly Pilots Dreaming on the Sky. Didn't I play this one? I think I played this one, but oh, Deadly, yo, brother. Oh, you must have changed a few things because remember I played it on the Deadly. But yeah, this is a good one. Let's hear it.
Leave it all behind.
So yeah, influence. Sorry, Satya. I'm gonna play your track. I'm just gonna answer to Il Giampi here. Yeah, man. So I was influenced for a long time by a lot of different psytrance tracks. But what I realized at the end is that, mm, you could be influenced and you could, how do I say this? This is really deep thought too. Um, you could, look at someone else's work, but don't take it to the heart thinking like, oh, they can do it and I can't, or what is it that I have to do in order to sound like that. um let me tell you, you have to be as original as you can possibly be, and don't try to sound like someone else. Like just make your own stuff, because first of all, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. And this is like literally happened to me too, because by the time, like for instance, if you want to sound like someone else, and that someone else, let's say they send you their project, right? And you're like, oh my God, like that, he's a rock star, and now I have this project. I can go in and see what this amazing music looks like. Let me tell you, you will be disappointed. You will be disappointed because you're not gonna see what you expected to see. It's things are gonna be different, and by the time you will sound like someone else, winds might completely change, and there's going to be a different kind of genre that everyone like, or genre is going to change. So in other words, there's, even if you manage somehow to sound exactly like someone else, things might not exactly play, your way. There's this just going to be unpredictable things happening. So the best way is just to have fun while you're producing, and treat it as a game. Treat it as almost like as like when you were a kid and you played with your favorite toy, that's what that is. That's what that is. You have to be a kid, you have to be a kid while doing this. And I found it helps a lot. It helps a lot. Don't take it too seriously. Don't take music too seriously. It's not like black and white. It's there's a lot of things going on that are beyond our understanding. Even that's why it's difficult to teach music, because it's beyond of there's other things going on here that are beyond of our understanding. You see, it's so anyways, my point is, no matter what you do, guys, no matter what you do, always find way to have fun during that process. All right, okay, that's it. Cue music.
Overnight, I'm fighting inside, but I cannot realize. I don't know what is good for me. I can change my mind overnight. I can change my mind and leave it all behind. I can change my mind overnight. I can change my mind and leave it all behind. I'm fighting inside, but I cannot realize. I can change my mind and leave it all behind. Overnight, if I dive into you, red can turn to blue, and nothing ever stays the same. I can change my mind overnight. I can change my mind and leave it all behind. Leave it all behind.
Oh, it's like muted. Yo, CTR, man, what's good, man? Whoa, yo, CTR. In case you fellas don't know, CTR makes crazy beats, crazy. Satya, sounds very nice. Shazam. Holy cow, man. Here, hold on a second, fellas. Let me. Yeah, my boss keeps calling me, and he's not happy because we got a boat outside. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. This okay. Yo, hello, what's good? What's good? Here, actually, why don't I just do this? No, I can actually stream from outside too. You know, one of these days, it's so nice out. I'll be streaming from outside a lot because we have a car dealership, right? Fellas, in case you don't know, I'm in a car dealership, okay? I work and we sell Sprinter cargo vans that look like these. Like these, okay? We have like maybe 20 of them. Check your DM for real. All right. I'll check my DM. Yo, direct messaging. Okay. Uh, I don't see it, bro. Where's my DM? DM. Skip feedback. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll DM you. Yeah. Sup? Oh, wait. How do I do this? CTR. Hang on. Where's CTR? Skip. I have to find you first. This song he's lying about practice. What? I can send you that exact song he's lying about producing. Watch, ask home about anything production. Which song? And who's lying? Who's lying, man? What's going on? Is this the episode of Exposed? Are we gonna expose someone? You know what we should do, fellas? We should do some kind of shit. Hold on, guys. Another call. Yo, anyways, so here's what's going on. My boss, I don't want to make excuses, but he just called me. He summons me to a different location. So I gotta go. Because the boat that we have here in the lot is anyways, some of it got cracked and the water leaked in. So I gotta go to a different location, get a bunch of stuff, come back here and fix this crack. So, anyways, I'm gonna be back probably tonight, or if not, I'll try to stream again. But I really, I had an amazing run today. A lot's been happening. I um really like that. Amber D joined our show, and Satya is back. So you fellas are amazing. You're all great. I love you all. Thanks so much for joining me. And if all the tracks I didn't have a chance to listen to, I'm gonna listen to them first chance the next stream. All right. So, but right now, unfortunately, I gotta run. I do apologize. This is something that, unfortunately happens sometimes. But like I said, there's always a next time, and I'll definitely be back. All right. The Tolik will be back. And you all have an amazing, amazing time. Thank you.